was drinking one day, and my son, he was only, I think, 3, 4 then. He looked at me, Dad, he says, "Why are you drinking?" And it was like there was that spark of light. It just said, that's a really good question. If I didn't want him following in my footsteps, that I need to do something with mine. And I found some elders to talk to, and then there was a big drum that was going out there that's called the Morning Star. I called them and said, I'd really like to sit at your drum. They said, sure, come on down. So that's how I got on my journey, that was my awakening. And actually that's kind of where I met Alice. Alice was a very traditional Yupik woman and very spiritual. She always had this warmth about her, kindness, but yet she could be pretty fierce, when it comes to issues, that were affecting Native people. Alice would always say to me, she said, before you open this drum, before we do anything, you need to stand up and tell the men that domestic violence is not part of our culture. It's not part of our traditions.
Tom Taylor called and wanted to come back and work with the drum again and work with the people here. So last summer he came out again and started to gather people around and ended up doing a lot of work with young men. And that drum group grew through his mentorship.
Sometimes during the day or before bedtime, I had a notebook and I used to write down plans of what I should do to myself, or that I should commit suicide, or just things like that, horrible things. When I first heard about the drum circle, they made an announcement during school on telling us that Tom Taylor was going to be showing up to do a drum practice. I thought it was interesting, so I just went.
We're all related, all of us, we're brothers and sisters. And that's how we need to treat each other as a family. Because that makes us stronger too, and know that it doesn't matter where we come from, that we all are related.
I felt so happy just picking up the drumstick and getting to drum. Felt like I was a different person. My depression and sadness disappeared.
What I like about the drum circle is you drum and you could feel that beat in your heart too when you drum on the drum, and you just feel more alive when you're beating and you're singing.
While doing the drumming really puts up my spirit, and it just makes the whole group all good and everything.
I couldn't be here forever anyhow. And I know that sometimes people say, well, we can't replace you. If I don't move out of the way, nobody will.
I was concerned that when Tom left after his year, we agreed for a year, that the drum groups wouldn't continue, and they've been very popular. And I was surprised to hear from him that he had found somebody who was really engaged. That's what Tom believes in, planting seeds and hoping that they'll grow, but there's no guarantee.
What I'd like to tell these young people too is we have to take care of the drum like we would take care of ourselves. And it takes special care, whether it's the drum or whether it's ourselves. This climate here is really tough on the drum, but it's also very tough on people. It's hard on us down here, living sometimes is really hard. But the drum, we have to take care of the drum in a lot of different ways. You know, we have to make sure it doesn't dry out too much, because then the lacing starts popping and cracking and whatnot. Same way with us as people. If we don't take care of it, things start breaking. Things start getting twisted. So I say when we take care of the drum, it's like taking care of ourselves. If we take really good care of the drum, chances are we're taking good care of ourselves. So we have to give the drum a drink of water. We drink, just like we need to put that in ourselves. We would never take the drum and spray it with alcohol or anything like that. So we had to say, then I would not put it in my body either. So we take care of the drum, we cover it, and make sure it's protected all the time, just like we protect ourselves. I think sometimes what I see in Kenny is myself, is his hunger for the drum was my hunger for the drum. The drum is just, it's part of me. And it's almost like that's who I am. And I see that in Kenny, and I think, you know, the drum is doing a lot for him, I think, and it's a healing thing for him too. Remember those thoughts. If you don't remember anything else that I said, remember about loving one another, taking care of each other, supporting, okay? That's all I ask of you. Take care of yourself.
Ya hey ya hey ya ya hey ya. Ya hey ya ya hey ya. Ya ho ya hey ya ya ho ho.
You keep practicing singing. Kenny, you're up, man. But you're going to get a lot of support from everybody. Everybody's going to support him, right? Help him out and be helping yourself at the same time.
I feel scared, nervous, and just not ready. Kind of ready at the same time, because he taught me a lot, and I think I know what I'm going to do. It's horrible. Horrible. It was nerve-wracking, overwhelming. It felt like it was a little bit too much to handle. I honestly wanted to walk out the door.
It feels weirder without Tom, but right now we're getting used to it.
Felix and I both are learning the songs a lot better. I want to show people that I'm not going to give up on the drum. And even though it's hard, or it can be hard, I gotta stick through it.
I've seen Kenny grow a lot. I think Kenny's been successful now and will be in the future because he shows a lot of dedication. You can count on him.
When we're on a wellness journey, it doesn't just happen. It's a process. And it's never about the destination, it's just the journey that we're taking.
Right now we're waiting on other students to show up for our drum circle. The way we treat the drum is like how we treat our grandmother, with respect. Maybe it's the practices I've done all throughout the summer with Felix. I feel like I know the songs more. And I feel like I could connect people with the drum and show them that you don't need violence in this world. You come together and you find peace and joy, happiness, love, respect. I mean, that's what we want, right?